Who we having for? Imagine that. They gotta lie. They gotta lie. They gotta lie all the time. They can't even believe their own lie. You can't even believe your own lie.
I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Teo his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy. Like he like doing things hands down, flashy.
Of it. You know, I think that he believes in himself. That's one thing. But I'm here to destroy his dreams and all that he wants to do and become. You can't take this from me. I worked very hard for it.
At the press conference, Teofimo Lopez delivered a fierce message to Shakur Stevenson, making it clear he intends to make him pay inside the ring. Lopez stated that regardless of being viewed as the underdog, he plans to prove exactly what he brings to the table. He warned that anyone overlooking him is making a serious mistake and vowed to put on a commanding performance that showcases his strength, skill, and relentless drive.
They know that. They kept asking that protection program
Money
for
talk,
a long
walk. Money talk.
Lopez enters the matchup with visible intensity and confidence. His mindset is locked in, and his focus is unwavering. He speaks with certainty about controlling the fight and asserting himself round by round. For Lopez, this is not just another bout, it's an opportunity to silence doubt.
Yeah. I'm gonna beat him up. I'm gonna beat him up.
And we know at one point you contemplated retirement. Seems like you're in a good place now. You're active. Where are you at right now? Where are you feeling about your career?
But mentally, I'm in the Bahamas somewhere having a coquito.
And leave no questions about his ability, power, and tactical awareness. Teofimo also made it clear that he refuses to let Shakur Stevenson take the championship he fought so hard to earn. He spoke about the sacrifices behind his rise, emphasizing that the belt represents years of pain, discipline, and struggle too. Lopez, this fight is deeply personal. It's about defending what he built through sweat and sacrifice. He believed
of being in the ring.
Yes.
Shakur Stevenson. Obviously,
sure.
You guys are both in Las Vegas. I'm hearing that you did link up today. A face-off happened between the two of you?
Yeah, face-off happened. Things of that nature. Just to create the things that are in motion already. So we're really adamant about fighting each other next, and I can't wait for us to really lace it up. And I see him across the ring, and really when that bell rings, lights out for him.
What's it like seeing him now kind of face to face? When you look at him, what do you see? Because obviously you're not locked in just yet, and the closer it gets to a fight, obviously things turn a little bit. But when you do look at Shakur, what do you think of him?
I think I don't think too much of it. I think that he believes in himself. That's one thing. But I'm here to destroy his dreams and all that he wants to do and become. You can't take this from me. I worked very hard for it. I've bled for this, and I'm not taking nothing from him, but I just believe that what's gonna happen next is for destiny in the bike.
He believes firmly that something earned through blood and perseverance cannot simply be taken away, and he is determined to protect his legacy. In the ring, analyst Alia offered a tactical breakdown of the Stevenson versus Lopez matchup, predicting the fight is likely to last the full 12 rounds. He suggested that the opening 6 rounds could be critical in shaping the outcome. According to Alia, Shakur may start cautiously, using movement and defense while studying Lopez rather than pressing the action early. If Lopez can clearly win or dominate the early rounds, it could force Shakur to adjust his approach later, making the fight far more competitive down the stretch. Lopez is described as a fast starter, a fighter who thrives on early momentum, explosiveness, and pressure. Alia questioned whether Lopez can maintain that pace over 12 rounds. If Shakur feels he's fallen behind early, he may be forced to open up in the later rounds, creating dramatic championship moments and a potentially razor-close finish. On the other hand, if Lopez drops the early rounds, Shakur could settle into control and coast toward a clear.
I don't think that Shakur is going to come out and try to fight or take the fight to Teo in the first 6 rounds at all. So if he's fighting off the back foot, if Teo can make it so that he's convincingly, or he's convinced at least Shakur that he may have won 4 of the first 6 rounds, if it's 4-2 in Shakur's mind going into the second half of the fight, or if I'm looking at him stealing those first 6 rounds, then it's an interesting fight going into the tail end, because Teo, to me, is a front runner, right? I want to see if he can carry his energy and his explosiveness late in the fight and not wear down. And then when Shakur starts to open up, can you steal some of those championship rounds from him and make it like a close fight? I think if Teo comes out and does what he usually does, which is try to swarm Shakur early and keep Shakur on the defensive early, then he can try to steal a lot of those early rounds. And if he does that, then Shakur has to fight in the tail end of that fight, and that'll make it real interesting. If I'm looking at the first 3 rounds, first 4 rounds, and Tio looks like he's losing those rounds convincingly, then it's an easy night for Shakur, unanimous decision in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Tio is going to bring anything late in the game, you know what I mean, to this fight. I think if he is who he's always been, you know, he's going to get gassed after like the 7th round and then take some rounds off. And when he does that, Shakur will open up and start to try to pick him apart, pot shot him, and do things like that. But this is the perfect fight, narrative-wise, for Shakur, because I've been waiting for Shakur to get into that fight where, you know, he doesn't have the fight where he doesn't have his Diego Corrales fight. You know what I mean? Where you think he's actually in danger. Shakur has been he's been outclassing everybody he's in the ring with. You know what I mean? Then the guys that you think could give him some work, like De Los Santos, I know people hate when I bring that fight up, but I want to see him.
The analysis highlights the strategic chess match between the two, where timing, stamina, and round-by-round execution will determine the winner. Shakur Stevenson shared that his motivation comes from a deep competitive fire and a desire to test himself against the very best. After watching Lopez's previous performances, Stevenson was struck by his confidence and flashy style, which reminded him of a young Roy Jones Jr. That comparison fueled his desire to face Lopez and measure himself against that level of athleticism and creativity. Stevenson reflected on his earlier bout with William Ada, calling it unusual and challenging, but ultimately essential for his development. That fight tested his composure under pressure and proved he could handle opponents who apply constant aggression. He learned that fighters who bring non-stop pressure are designed to push him, and that he's capable of adapting and overcoming it. Now preparing for Lopez, Stevenson believes he's fully equipped to deal with speed, power, and unpredictability. His experience, focus, and adaptability give him confidence that he can approach the fight intelligently and turn it into.
Bro, what is it about you that has you, looking at a fighter that you know is the truth and then saying, I want to fight him? It seems like it should be normal if you're a fighter, right? But that stuff is dying off in the game right now. And I feel like you one of the last of the dying breed that actually want real challenges.
Yeah, I'm competitive, bro. So it's like, I want to be the best. So when I see certain guys out there, and I seen Tio his last fight, I was there front row, and I'm like, damn, this dude is like, he like a baby Roy. Like, he like doing things hands down, flashy. And I thought it was cool. So it kind of made me want to get in the ring with him and see if he could do them things against my style.
Your last fight was against William Zepeda in July, and you fought a totally different way. It wasn't the easiest way or the best way to fight, but I think it was good for you and your development because it not only sent a message to the rest of the division, one up, your division at that time, and then the one above you, but it sent a message to the fans. But I think it also did something for you to prove to yourself that, man, listen, that wasn't like my best performance, but I showed you I can get it out the mud. What did that performance kind of do for you now that you look back at it?
Honestly, I think like styles-wise, I think that Zepeda's style is the style that's supposed to give me the most trouble. Like, guys that box and give me time to think is the guys that's going to have a fit with me all night. But the guys who press me and put me against some ropes and throw a million punches, that's the style that's supposed to give me trouble. So I went out there and I prevailed against that style, and now I'm fighting against a boxer, which for me, it just makes it more fun. I don't have to deal with a guy that's trying to like wear me.
A complete test of skill, mindset, and elite level readiness. Chris Algieri also weighed in on the importance of the Stevenson-Lopez matchup, emphasizing how crucial fights like this are for boxing. He praised both fighters for taking risks and facing each other at a high level, pointing out that true champions remain elite even after setbacks. Algieri believes this fight represents everything boxing needs: top talent meeting head-on rather than avoiding danger. He explained that this bout isn't about wild exchanges or non-stop punches, but about technique, strategy, and high-level execution. The tactical nature of the fight is what makes it compelling, keeping fans engaged through skill rather than chaos. Algieri noted that a win for Shakur would firmly place him among the top 5 2-7 pound-for-pound fighters in the world, though many already believe he belongs there. Algieri framed the matchup as a throwback to classic clashes between the best fighters of an era. He highlighted the drama, precision, and historical weight such contests carry, comparing the anticipation and mental warfare to legendary fights. of the past. In doing so, he reinforced the idea that